Taiwan, I'm Yvonne with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. A Chinese aircraft carrier has passed through the Taiwan Strait. Taiwan's defense ministry says it tracked the Shandong and its carrier group as it sailed south through the strait on Wednesday. The carrier transited the strait in the other direction in late May. In early April, the carrier took part in large-scale exercises simulating an attack on Taiwan. Taiwan's armed forces are celebrating the graduation of almost 2,000 officers. All three branches are welcoming new soldiers into service, but it comes as Taiwan is dealing with a shortage of pilots needed to defend the country. Hamilton reports.
It's graduation day. These 2,000 cadets are now officers in Taiwan's Army, Navy, and Air Force. They've taken their oaths and are ready to serve the country. Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen congratulated the men and women in uniform with a reminder to stay steadfast in the face of aggression.
刚刚我替几位毕业生代表授予军阶，在每一军阶代表的各位准备迈向军人志业的起点，同时肩负起保家卫国、守护人民的重责大任。
Shen Jiaxiang is one of the graduates from the Air Force. He's completed a rigorous training program from the U.S. military. He graduated at the top of his class and is eager to put what he's learned into practice.
在美国习得各项不同的组织架构，然后教育方式以及军事训练的模式都与台湾大庭相径。那我希望可以从美国所学的这个部分去无存菁，融合进国军的现有体制内，让国军的战力更上层次。
He also hopes he'll be in the cockpit of Taiwan's most advanced fighter jet.
目前的梦想是飞行 F-16。
Taiwan is due to add 66 of the warplanes to its fleet from the U.S. over the next few years. This new hardware, combined with pressure to replace retiring pilots, could make his dream an immediate reality. The military has been trying to recruit more soldiers like Shen, but with little success. With fewer young people interested in joining the military and a low birth rate, Taiwan is scrambling to find enough pilots for its fighter jets.
我们这个新飞行员的要能够招募，其实是非常的困难，因为刚刚有提到，在2011年到2019年，国防部在将近10年的时间内，也只不过替我们 F-16机队新增加21个人，用10年的时间只加21个人。
China's increased military pressure is putting a strain on the country's limited resources. Taiwan's Air Force is constantly scrambling fighter jets to intercept Chinese warplanes flying around its borders. And analysts say that Taiwan's struggle to recruit is just part of the problem.
这个不是扩大，比如说我们扩大招收新训飞行员就可以解决的问题。它是一个新的连队，它需要各阶的领导干部，需要一定数量的资深飞行员。然后再加上新进飞行员，所以在未来的几年当中，我们对于那个飞行员的需求会大增。
The military has been trying to address concerns that future graduating classes may not take up as much space on the graduation stage. To recruit more pilots, the Air Force has lowered standards for admission and requirements for eyesight. At the ceremony, Taiwan's president promised to raise the salary for military personnel. But analysts say that the military needs to shake up its strategy and think beyond just numbers. John Su, Sam Hui, and Hamilton for TaiwanPlus.
Australians would support efforts to help Taiwan if China attacks the country. That's according to a survey released on Wednesday. The poll by the Sydney-based Lowy Institute found 80% of Australians support accepting Taiwanese refugees. A majority also backed imposing diplomatic and economic sanctions on China, sending arms and military supplies to Taiwan, and using the Australian Navy to help stop a blockade. But the poll found Australians would not support sending troops. Taiwan's opposition parties are unhappy about the government's picks for new justices to the country's constitutional court. Bing Wang reports.
The future of Taiwan's highest court is at stake today here at the legislature, where Taiwan's two main opposition parties are both going to vote for court nominees. then all 15 justices would have been picked by Tsai Ing-wen under the Democratic Progressive Party.
蔡彩珍同意。
蔡彩珍同意。
朱富美同意。
朱富美同意。
陈忠武同意。
陈忠武同意。
尤伯祥同意。
尤伯祥同意。
After counting all the votes, all 4 nominees passed and will become part of the highest court in Taiwan.
决议，蔡彩珍、朱富美、陈忠武、尤伯祥4位均获得超过全体立法委员1/2之同意票。
Many issues are at stake: indigenous issues, migrant workers, and even the death penalty. Whoever controls the court could shape Taiwan for years to come, even if the government changes hands at the next election. Annie Shi and Bing Wang in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
Wednesday was the summer solstice, the longest day in the Northern Hemisphere. It's also International Yoga Day. Our reporter Yvonne went to an event in Taipei to find out more about how this Indian tradition is still so widely practiced.
A sea of people in white performing Surya Namaskar, a combination of yoga poses with rhythmic breathing and sun salutations. This group of more than 100 is being led by Ginny Malika Chen at Taipei's Liberty Square to mark International Yoga Day. Her journey with the ancient Indian practice started 35 years ago.
At the beginning, I played the role as interpreter on the stage to translate all the speeches from the master to all the students.
She says yoga transformed her life, sending her on a new career path and giving her a new name.
Malika means adjustment, the white flower. My guru, Sri Swami Satchidananda, he said to take the pure and the white of everything inside you.
The Taiwanese yoga guru talks about understanding one's inner self. But these days, the 1,000-year-old practice has gone beyond the realm of spiritualism to enter the domain of diplomacy.
Yoga has been one of India's most prominent cultural exports for decades. But since Narendra Modi became the Prime Minister of India in 2014, his government has been campaigning and promoting yoga as part of its soft power push.
The day was marked by the de facto Indian mission in Taiwan as well. Taipei and Delhi do not have official diplomatic ties, but with its widespread participation in yoga, Taiwan has joined one of the world's biggest movements and opened another avenue for exchanges with India.
The International Yoga Day has been celebrated now for 9 years, but thanks to the pandemic, in the last 3 years, we have not been able to hold this in this scale or at an open space. But luckily, this year we were fortunate to bring everyone together and to do it in a appropriate scale.
Beginners also tried their hands at the practice. For film producer Ivy Shen, it was an opportunity to try a few poses while promoting her Indian movie, which will be released in Taiwan at the end of July.
Because I'm not a yoga person in regular life, so for me it's quite a surprise that I enjoy a lot.
The theme of International Yoga Day this year is One Earth, One Family, One Future. At a time when Taiwan is diplomatically isolated from much of the world, it has given the country an opportunity to strike a pose on the international stage. Suing Ling and Shubham Pal for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, today we'll leave you with images of paramotor pilots flying over Egypt's Great Pyramids in Giza. I'm Yvonne Young. Take care and see you next time.
For more stories from Taiwan and around the world, please visit us at TaiwanPlus.com.